Hello! Do you know what time it is? It's Nayxerr time, and I'm back here with an update video or anniversary video or whatever you want to say. Today, 5 years ago, is when I count that I started doing YouTube. I made videos before this or that day, but it wasn't as I didn't really have, a schedule. It was like I uploaded one video and then it took months. Then I uploaded another video, then it took months. Upload another video. Kind of like I didn't really have a series either going, or I had one, but that is like I started YouTube to see where I am. I noticed this crap, and then hey, now I'm starting YouTube on this day. Also, this day, the reason why I'm counting this day as the beginning of my YouTube channel is because this is the day when I joined JFS, or when I uploaded the first episode of JFS. It was actually yesterday that I joined JFS on the 28th of November. I joined JFS on the 29th of November. I uploaded the first video. Booyah. So I kind of wanted to reflect on these past 5 years. There has been a lot of stuff happening in these past 5 years. When I joined JFS, I was in school. And now I'm in school. No. Well, I was in school. I took my exam. Whatever, like I graduated, whatever it's called. I studied accounting. I'm not doing that anymore because I was like, in the last half year, I was like, I don't like this accounting thing. It's heckin' boring, and I don't want to do it. But it's like I have half a year left. Like I'm gonna finish it, and then I worked a few years, and now this year I went back to school. But now I moved away from the islands, and I'm living in Finland. In the mainland, and I'm studying graphic design, which is so far a lot more interesting than accounting, and a lot more fun. It probably also depends on, or like, is the reason why I think it's more fun also is because of the class I have. I really like the class I have at the moment. No. But I kind of want to just talk about things that have happened these past few years. So, as I said, I joined JFS, and every now and then I go back and watch the first episode of JFS I uploaded, and it's just so interesting to see where I came from, where I kind of started, and where I am right now, with pretty much everything. One thing that I especially think about is when I go back and watch UGC intros. It's so interesting to see how they change every season that I make a UGC intro. Because the first one, right back then, I remember, oh, this is epic. Like, this is gonna be so amazing. And now when I go back and look at it, it's like, that's garbage. That's actually garbage. Like, I understand, like, back then why I thought it was epic, but like, it's like now when I know a little bit more, I played around with stuff a little bit more. I think they are a lot better now, and I notice different things that I want to improve on, like different, like what kind of style do I want? And when I began, I was really nervous because, like, when I began doing YouTube, I was really nervous because I like the EDM, dubstep, drum step, whatever, glitch hop, whatever you can come up with in EDM. I like those kind of, or that kind of music. But it's kind of like, everyone uses it, and everyone has this insane dubstep stuff in all of their intros. So it kind of became like a meme thing where everyone's like, oh, it's just people with or not epic, I shouldn't say, but like insane dubstep. So I was kind of nervous when I wanted to use it, but now in like the last like year, maybe last year and a half, maybe I've been more like, I literally don't care. Like, it's my channel. I'm gonna put the music I want on my channel, and I don't care what everyone else says. So screw everyone else who hates on it, but I like it. As long as I'm happy, that's what I want. If someone subs because they enjoy it, great, because then we probably like the same things, or, like the same kind of music, maybe, if that's the reason why you're subbing, or whatever I'm talking about. That's kind of what I want. I don't want people to sub just because, I'm friends with this person. I want them to sub because they enjoy what I'm doing. And also, when I started YouTube, it was because I wanted to improve my English, and I wanted to get better, or like, I wanted to do or edit videos and stuff. And I'm trying to improve on it and learn, but I kind of felt like I'm getting to a point where I need to teach myself, and I'm starting to get to a point where I'm getting kind of annoyed at teaching myself and learning it. So that's kind of also why I went to I want to go and study graphic design, because if graphic design is not something I want to work with later on, at least I have it for the hobby. I know it's 4 years in school for a hobby, but I literally don't care. This is at the moment my dream job kind of thing. Office is pretty much what I want to work in. I don't really know what, but graphic design is at least something I'm really excited to work with. But after these 4 years, it may have changed, but at least then hopefully I will understand more about how to improve my graphic design look. So that's kind of what I want to go with. So I felt like I'm just getting to a roadblock now, and I want to get opinions from more people, pretty much, on what I'm doing, that kind of understand the things I'm doing. So when I'm asking people for opinions, I'm literally tell me what you think. What can I change? Do you see anything? Even if it's the smallest change, can you tell me? For example, in the Pokemon Sword thumbnail, when I first made it, I was like, there's something off with it. There's something I don't like about it. I like the look of it, but it's just something in there feels off. And all I had to do is, there's a white stripe going along the blue and the picture in the thumbnail. There's a white stripe going there, and all I did was put a shadow behind that. That's it. That was what I was looking for, but I didn't really know. I was just playing around. I was like, what can I do to do anything in this to make it more interesting? And I just did that. I was like, dang, that easy, I guess. So it's even the smallest thing could make something I'm making a lot better, and I want people to say that, because sometimes it's something I just have forgotten. Even as simple as putting a shadow, that's something I could have forgotten. So yeah, that's kind of my YouTube thing. I want to do more streaming. I'm planning to do more streaming. I'm gonna say it right here and right now. Whenever Pokemon Sword ends, I'm planning to maybe, I won't promise anything, but I'm planning to stream me playing through the either Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield. I'm currently playing through Pokemon Shield on my own, but I'm planning to stream one of those. And whenever I'm done with that, I'm gonna try and fill up the Pokedex as much as possible, until I get a shiny charm. And then I'm gonna do some shiny hunting on stream, is what I'm planning to do, at least. So that's something that hopefully I will be able to do sometime in the near future, whenever Pokemon Sword is done. May not... No, it should be immediately. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe there's something happening during that, whenever Pokemon Sword is done, that is I can't really do it. I won't promise anything, because I upload 3 episodes per week, and there's quite a few episodes, so it's gonna take a few weeks. But I have finished that game. I have recorded everything, every single episode, and yeah, I'm just pumping them out now. And what else? Solar Light Lunar Dark. Whenever this episode is going up, or whenever this video is going up, I don't know if I think. No, I think I will. I won't promise. Today, when this video is going up, so Solar Light Lunar Dark episode 46 is going up, and then on Tuesday, episode 47 is going up, and that's actually the last episode. So that's Solar Light and Lunar Dark ending. So I don't know if something... I don't think anything will pop up on my channel immediately. Like anything new. I don't really have anything planned. Any series. It was kind of fun though. That I think... What did I have? I don't actually remember what I had. I kind of want to go and check. I'm gonna mute that so it doesn't accidentally play. Because I know... So Pokemon Sword is going on right now. And it's like... and Solar Light Lunar Dark. But before Sword, it was Solar Light Lunar Dark and Himmakenai. But I think those two pretty much started at the same time. Yeah. Pretty much, kinda. Yeah, and then it was a huge C. I had quite a few GFS episodes. I'm actually planning to try and record a few more GFS episodes. I have had an episode recorded for quite a while, and I'm planning to actually edit it right now. So that will hopefully come out soon. What else? Well, I guess that's my YouTube and Twitch stuff. I kind of wanted to talk about some stuff that has, like the changes with me during these past 5 years. Because 5 years ago, I feel like these 5 years are like the 5 years that have changed me the most. Because back 5 years ago, I literally didn't know anything about myself pretty much. I don't remember when, but I think it was like a year or two afterwards, like into me doing YouTube. I started hearing about the introvert extrovert stuff, and that's when I kind of figured out that yeah, I'm heckin' introvert. Like this week has been it's been so draining, but it's like I have kind of like two sides to me, to be honest. I can if I'm at school and I'm like really like maybe I've been really social the past 2 days, but my classmates are like, hey, let's go and do this. I'm instantly like, I want to. Like I'm just having so much fun that I want to, but at the same time I'm just so drained. So I'm just sitting there like like trying to like stay social. But it's just like an interesting thing. Like I have that I want to be social, but at the same time I'm like, I kind of want to go home and just, chill, take it easy. So it's usually like if I'm home and everyone's like, hey, you guys want to do something? I'm like, nah, today it's gonna be chill. It's if I'm there with them, it's like just, I'm like, oh, I want to do it. I want to have fun, but I don't want at the same time. It's so like I have the two different sides that are like pulling me in different directions. So yeah, that's one thing that I noticed, and it's like it's been so interesting because since I have been thinking about it a lot, I kind of see it in a lot of other people. So like when I worked with elders, I noticed when some elders were introverted and some of them were extroverted. While we had other people working at the same place who have been working there for years, they didn't know the difference. So like they kind of force like, oh, you gotta come out now, you gotta be social like everyone else, to like someone who has been social for quite like a lot of time, for like a few days maybe, and it kind of annoys me because I'm like, I see it in the person, like they really don't want it today. Like I'm I like personally understand it, so I will be like, yeah, you can chill today, kind of thing. You can take it easy, or like I can take a cup of coffee, or not a cup of coffee. I can take a cup of coffee for you, and maybe like water or something for me. I can sit down in your room and we can just talk one on one, and not have a lot of other people around us talking. So yeah, that's one thing, but also a huge thing. I think this is the thing that changed me the most. Um, I just found it interesting because I was, I like, I am pretty sure I've told about it in some videos, but during this time, I usually go through a pretty big depression. Last year was probably the biggest one. Like it was horrible. I don't know if it will happen again. Like we don't. I like it. Literally just kicks in one day, like, and it's like, hey, here I am now. You gotta be sad and like hate everything, pretty much. Um, but uh, almost 2 years ago, I came out as bisexual, and since I told my parents about it, I feel like I have just been more open about things. I have been not as like uh, private about things. Like I've talked more about like about myself, and I feel like I can open up much easier now. I literally like I feel like I don't really care what people think um, about me. Well, of course I do. If someone hates me, then yeah, I get really sad. Like I don't want people to hate me, but it's like if it's something I can't really change, then it's like I'm sorry, but like I guess you will have to hate me then. Um, but yeah, like since I came out, I feel like I've been just a lot more open about myself. So that's why I'm saying like these past 5 years have been so huge for me. Like, uh, I went to the school I wanted to study, or like the education I wanted, which is graphic design. I figured out like the introvert stuff, which was a pretty big deal, at least for me and my family, since like my mother is extrovert. She didn't understand about this introvert and extrovert stuff before I told her, and it's like when I told her and she finally understood what it is, then she didn't force her extrovertness, I guess, on me, because she understood like what do I want, kind of thing. Um, and I've told people like she didn't know about it, and I was like, haha, she didn't know about it, but like to me, I hate saying this. Like I really hate saying these words. It's like it's uncomfortable for me. But I fucking love her. Uh she bought a fucking book just to learn about introvert, and that like I don't care if people think that's like, oh, that's like weird or funny. That's like I love it because that shows that she's actually trying to understand who I am, and she wants the best for me. So that's why I love it. And I don't care what anyone else says. Um, but then also like okay, depression is not like, it doesn't change me. It's like it's just bad, and I hate it. But not much I can do, to be honest. Like of course I've been talking to people, and but it's like I just gotta get into the right place, pretty much, and feel happy. Because as I said, this year I feel a lot better, uh, and I think it is because I'm going back to school and have an amazing class. I think that's the biggest reason why I've done it, or why I'm not as depressed anymore. But then, of course, me coming out as bisexual and being more open about it is that's probably the biggest change to me. I just feel like I'm happier now too. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in this video. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching this. I want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed, who feel like I deserve a subscribe. Yeah, thank you for these past 5 years, and hopefully we will have a great another many years. So yeah, thank you. Nayxerr ends here.